Okay, so I'm dreadfully tired, so I'd like to talk about sleep. And so you know the different kinds of sleep. There's sleeping on your back, sleeping on your side, sleeping on your stomach.
REM sleep.
Yeah, sleeping in a chair. So it's like, so kind of how it breaks down usually is like side and stomach sleepers are normal people. And then back sleepers are like children and weaklings, the infirm, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Chairs like uncles, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then people who sleep outside will sleep outside sometimes. You ever talk to somebody who sleeps outside?
You like in a hammock or just...
Just in a hammock.
Yeah.
They always told you about it, didn't they? Like if they sleep outside, they'll tell you, hey, I slept outside.
Yep.
Those guys, there's the outside sleepers. So I'm going to guess you probably fall into side and stomach sleepers.
Yeah. Almost for most of my youth and probably most of my adult life, I was almost exclusively stomach. But then as I get older and neck pains and stuff like that, I've been sort of switching back and forth between side and stomach.
Well, what if I told you that basically the entire Western construct of sleep positions is wrong?
I would believe you, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's good because it is.
I mean, that's a general. I mean, it's kind of a general rule.
Right.
I found is.
Yeah.
The Western construct usually does.
So do you know about? Then I guess my next question is: have you heard of squat sleeping?
I have not. No.
Well, it's probably like 7,000 or 8,000 years old, I think. And it was the way that humans slept for tens of thousands of years before they started making beds and that sort of thing. And it's incredible. I mean, the guy who invented it is considered really one of the fathers of modern medicine. He unfortunately not a lot of his work survived because he died when he was 27, just like Mama Cass. I've been reading up a lot about it, and it's the way we should be sleeping. I mean, sometimes you ever have like a dream? This has happened to me a lot, and that's why this kind of started making sense to me. You ever have like a dream when you're sleeping that you're sleeping, but you're like, like sitting in a squatting, like if you're asleep but you're awake, like you're squatting and you're like kind of in a position to like, you're asleep in the dream, you're asleep and you're in a squatting position, and you're asleep in the dream and you're really happy. You ever have one of those dreams?
I guess
maybe not everybody does, but what I'm saying is that we have this collective subconscious among us that is kind of, driving us to get back into this squat sleeping.
So you said it originated 7,000 to 8,000 years ago. Was that a reawakening of that? Because I can't remember how long humans have been around, but it's more than 8,000 years, right?
I think so, yeah.
So were the sort of prehistory, written history humans or whatever, were they sleeping like that? Or
no, I don't.
Was that a part of evolution?
I think the way it goes is that it's generally how it's kind of viewed by history folks and paleontologists and those folks is that, so the early period when people were like really kind of looked really gruff, had like beards and stuff, and were just kind of still spoke English and stuff,
right.
But like were like, kind of looked haggard and just kind of were like, that's considered kind of not really very good period of non like Eastern history. The good period is when they started making like really cool like wall decorations and that sort of thing, like in vases.
Yep.
Like that era of people were the ones that's where all this stuff comes from.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So and this is, like I said, this guy he invented it, and he made a lot of people happy, and we've gotten away from it. It's I don't know about you, but I've been personally, I sleep on both my stomach and my side. And I've done it reluctantly for my whole life, but I've always felt like that wasn't the right position for me. And like I said, I go back to those dreams I've had about squatting, and I just wonder if there's something, pulling me. You know, kind of how like you can still feel a little bit your vestigial tail.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know, sometimes. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's kind of like that. You can still, I can kind of still feel that.
Sort of, yeah. Feel fully human, I guess. Is that the?
Or not even fully human. In fact, it's kind of less human because the humans we are now aren't really the humans we were back then. We were a lot better back then.
Well, that's what I mean. Like human, as in the pure human.
Yeah, get back to that, and specifically that specific period of human history is the one that that is the good part.
So, I mean, why do you think? Well, how have we arrived at the way we sleep now?
The first thing that pops into my head is Denver mattress.
Yeah, I was you know what I mean? Same thing. Yep.
I'm sure you've heard the conspiracy theories about that place, and I'm sure everyone's familiar with that. But I think the fact that those places are basically a money laundering front because there's no way on earth that many people could need mattresses.
Yep.
Because it doesn't make sense. I mean, I totally understand it, but
I start thinking conspiracy theory with the mattress industry and all that stuff. But like side sleepers, back sleepers, stomach sleepers need a mattress that's as tall as them. So you need 6-7 feet of mattress, and 4 or 5 feet, 6 feet wide. Mm-hmm. Squat sleepers need what a 1.5 by 1.5 foot
if that
pad
maybe
mattress to sleep.
It depends on how strong your quads are. I think really.
I would assume you need something underneath you.
Yeah, like some kind of like a bag of maybe what do they call that stuff that they put in like barley?
Oh yeah, I was thinking dried beans, but all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah, that would work too. So and then the conspiracy theory then would be that you would. So wait, so it would be
decimate a whole industry because you go from needing so many square feet of mattresses per year to
right, and if people only wanted to go halfway, and they're like, okay, look, I'll start squat sleeping, but I need a mattress.
Yeah.
So even then, what would happen though is they're like, hey, I'm not paying for this. I'm paying for this king size mattress, California King, and I'm only using, a tenth of it or whatever.
Right.
So they're gonna go back and they're gonna have to start making mattresses that size. I get it. I mean, I'd be petrified if I was the mattress industry too. But I feel like, I mean, you can feel it, can't you? Like, you kind of feel like this is something that it's like kind of been in the back of your mind your whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sort of, as you're talking, thinking about myself, how I don't know, relaxed is the right word, but sort of stretched out. Like my muscles are, during the course of the night, my legs are sort of stretching my knees out and all that stuff. Just, it kind of feels good to sit here and just think about 8-10 hours of have my squatting.
Yeah,
how good that would be for my back and my knees and all that.
It's it's not bad for your core either.
Right. So I mean, do you think the Western style of sleeping is
I think it's on the way out. No, your Western style. Wait, Western. What's the one that's got the smoky medicines and all that stuff? That's Western? What's the good one? What's the good one? Is it Eastern? That's not Eastern. Is Eastern Europe, right?
Oh, is it? Okay, I'm not sure. I thought
Western medicine is China.
Oh, okay. Well,
and that area, everything east of Russia, right?
Okay. Yeah. Right.
And then Eastern medicine is the stuff that originated out of Eastern Europe.
Okay.
And that's a lot of root based.
All right. Okay.
Stuff, I think.
I guess it sort of just depends on what.
So to answer your question, yes, I do believe Western medicine is going to make a comeback. I think it's been trying to. I mean, think about it. Every week, you're reading something on the internet about this forgotten. Is it Eastern? Eastern is the bad one, right?
I guess it depends where you're at.
Well, I mean, assuming that we're talking about in America.
Okay.
But Western is the bad one, right?
Boy.
Who is Russia part of the West? No. That's not. I'm thinking about it geopolitically. I need to stop doing that. I'm talking about latitudinally is what we need to be thinking about this.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So the Greenwich line or whatever, is that
That doesn't make sense though, because that's east of. Well, no, it does, because it's east of here, and that's where Eastern Medicine is. And I guess the Greenwich mean line is right between Europe and Asia, right? That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
The Ural Mountains.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm getting off track. I was saying that, I'd always felt like I'd never found the appropriate position to sleep in. And I knew that there was something missing, and this is really, this is it. I've found it now. And this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to evangelize about this. And there's nothing you can do about it.